43 new operation skins for Counter-Strike 2 leaked from Gabe Follower, which we talked about in my previous video, but since then I've spent hours looking on the workshop for every single one. So let's go ahead and take some looks at them. Some of them I couldn't find, which are probably just not in the workshop, so let's just hop right into it. First up, we have this UMP skin, which appears to be more so in this gray colorway. I couldn't find the exact one, just seeing as there is no real identifiers for this skin. Next up though, we have this police UMP, which actually looks incredibly good in the game. It has sort of like an LED screen on it, which says NYCD. Really overall just a cool design. Next up, there's another UMP skin which appears to not really be in the workshop at the moment. It could just be privated or Valve made. Next up though, we have the Tech 9, which I was able to find, and it's right here. It's themed off of the Aztec map with some cool details all around. There was then another Tech 9, which I couldn't find the exact one, and then same thing for this Scar 20 skin, but it seems to be almost white but then with a bunch of different colors on it. And then there's also going to be a few new sawed-offs, like this one which appears to be silver, and then this other sawed-off which has some orange and yellow accents at the back. The P90 skins were also ones which were a little bit difficult to find the exact ones, as this one has sort of like snakes wrapping around it. And then there's this other one, which its design is a little bit hard to make out. But the third P90 skin, which was leaked, we actually do have a look at it, which is this one right here. It actually looks really cool, which overall will just be a nice skin in the game. There's then a P250 skin, which I was able to find in the workshop. It has a bunch of cool designs on it, like this girl in the skin suit. There's also a few smiley faces, tombstones, battery percentages, a chicken with a bomb, just a bunch of cool different accents all around. We then have some Nova skins, which are actually surprisingly really nice. First up, we have this green and yellow Nova, which has a really cool fantasy design. You'll notice there's sort of a girl face right here. There's also a rabbit. Just a bunch of cool hidden details that you'll be able to find. The next Nova skin is this black and red one, which has this monstrous face on it, but overall just a really cool skin. There's then a few other skins which were a little bit difficult to find, including a new Negev skin, an MP9 skin, a new MP5 skin, and then also a Mag 7. But then we have two new Mac 10 skins, and I looked through so many Mac 10 pages and I couldn't find these designs, so these are probably just Valve made or just privated. So then we have to go into the M4 skins, which includes this new M4A4 fade. I know the op fade isn't people's favorite, so it's going to be interesting to see what people's opinions are on the M4A4. There's then also the M4A4 goo, and I feel like in Counter-Strike 2 has some insane potential. There's then a few other skins which were pretty hard to find, including this M249, P2000, and then also this Glock. The Glock, when you look closely though, appears to just be a classic knife design, which will definitely be a big favorite to a lot of the veterans from Counter-Strike Source. But then for another Glock skin, it's almost like a Dragon Lord design, but then with some Gungnir colors. But then there's another one which I just couldn't find in the workshop, which appears to be dark blue but then with a bunch of eyes all around. Another skin includes this blue and white Galil, but for some other skins I was able to find, includes this Auto, which also has a bunch of eyes all around it. A really cool, creepy design. But then there will also be this new 5.7, which sort of reminds me of the Howl. You also look really closely, you will see there is sort of a little guy trying to run away. Another one sort of reminds me of the Dragon Lore. You can see it has that design, but this one is obviously more blue and purple. We have this Deagle skin, more of a minimalistic design, but then you can see these cracks which are sort of just glowing green. Another skin which I feel like is gonna look insane in Counter-Strike 2, as obviously with the lighting can really make this pop out. There's then some CZ skins. This one appears to just be a silver one. You can kind of see the Silver Elite Master on it. But the other CZ skins I was able to find includes this one. You can see there's a bunch of little tooths on it, some purple accents. Overall, just a really cool skin. And then for the next CZ skin, it's a lot more vibrant and more in your face. Now this is where we start to get into more of the bigger skins, including the ops. The first op, I wasn't able to find the exact design. I'm assuming another one which was probably Valve made or Valve contacted, which is probably just privated on the workshop. But then the other op skin I was able to find, and here it is. It has a really sick design on it. I don't think we've seen a color combination like this yet on an op specifically. Has sort of a really bright blue, but then also with some darker orange red accents on it. A really cool skin overall, and I'd love to hear what your opinions are on it. But then there's an AUG skin. It's really hard to sort of make out what the exact skin will be. Then we go into the AK-47s. First up, we have the AK Wildfire. The Op Wildfire is a really light skin in the game, so you can always expect the AK-47 to follow suit. There was then a Phantom Disruptor appearing, which either just shows to be a placeholder or just a mistake on Valve's end. It's not really known why this was showing, But the next AK-47 is this really cool looking red one with sort of this lady's face, snakes all around, and then also a bird on it. It's without a doubt absolutely insane, gonna be a crazy AK when it does release in the game. I'd love to hear which one are you liking more, maybe this one or the AK-47 Wildfire. There then appeared to be more of a minimalistic AK, I couldn't find the exact one, and then a new USPS skin. It's pretty hard to make it out, but going by the color tint, it appears to be this one, which is obviously another more so minimalistic one. It has little government issue details all around, and then obviously sort of the navy blue color on it.